Okay, I've got something pretty different for y'all today, but something I am personally very excited to jump into. We are doing a sponsored Marvel Snap YouTube video. We did a sponsored stream last week, and this has kind of been a dream come true for me, where this is a game that I've really enjoyed playing casually. It's like a great time passer. I'm not a really big mobile game guy, but this is a mobile game that I have been really enjoying. I took a beach trip down to Galveston last weekend, and the entire way down, I played the game, and the entire way up, I played the game. It was really fun. Um, and so when they reached out to me, I was so excited to get to do a sponsored Marvel Snap stream because I really only take sponsorships that I like and I think are interesting, and it honestly doesn't get a lot more interesting and fun than Marvel Snap, despite me being a lot more casual and less knowledgeable in this game than I am when it comes to Magic the Gathering. And specifically, they're doing like this sponsorship campaign because they want people to play the new conquest game mode. Typically you would play in this like 1v1 queue and earn credits and upgrade your collection and upgrade your rank, but now they have this conquest game mode where you start off in the proving grounds, you get a silver ticket, and if you do well enough with your silver ticket, you get a gold ticket, then a platinum ticket. I don't know what you get after that because I haven't made it very far. This is my best deck. It's like this kind of casual zoo deck. Put a bunch of creatures into play, buff them with Khazar and Blue Marvel. But I haven't gotten super far yet. So I think we can just go ahead and jump into some games. I'll kind of explain what the gameplay is like when we get in there. But I know this is not the usual content, but I would encourage you to give it a chance if you have any room in your heart for another game. Marvel Snap is really sweet, and it really doesn't require like a ton to get into either. And if you're interested, there will be a link in the description of this video for you to download Marvel Snap and jump into some conquest queues yourself. Okay, so we are in our game. Very simply put, if you're not familiar with Marvel Snap, there are 3 zones here. Your goal is to have higher power at 2 of these 3 zones to win a game. Your spells have, or your creatures have, the mana cost in the left-hand corner and then power in the right-hand corner. And all your creatures have different abilities and effects, and all the different zones have different abilities too. And so you have 3. Also, again, these zones have different abilities. They're revealed each turn. So this is the Dark Dimension cards here are not revealed until the game ends. So I think I'm going to put my Ant-Man over there, which is it's a 1/1. But it becomes a 4/4 if you have 3 other cards here at the end of the game. And so me putting it here on turn 1 means it's going to be harder for my opponent to calculate how much power I'm going to have here at the end of the game. Wait, this is nowhere, which says on reveal effects, which are into the battlefield effects, do not happen at this location. Mr. Sinister is an on reveal effect. It's a 2-mana 2/2 that gets you get to copy it and put another 2-mana 2/2 here. After it resolves, I'm trying to think if I want to put it on this zone or this zone. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it here. My opponent really wants me to snap. I'll snap back. So snapping is I shouldn't. Snapping is a mechanic where you're basically doubling down on your wager for this game. These little health bars here we're wagering for this match, and whoever's the bar is depleted is going to lose, and we're going to get advance in the conquest mode. And then like when you snap, it's like this like strategic thing a lot of the time where you're where you're trying to like psych your opponent out. In theory, in practice, it's just like a flex. It's just, for me, I think it's just a flex most of the time. So here I'm going to play Mr. Fantastic, which is a 3-mana 2/2 that gives adjacent locations 2 extra power. So it'll give me 2 power in Nowhere, 2 power in Hell's Kitchen, and 2 power in the Dark Dimension. My deck is mostly like built around this card, Blue Marvel. It's a 5-mana 3-power creature that gives all your other creatures +1 power. So my goal is to kind of flood the board with cards like Mr. Sinister, Squirrel Girl, like a low mana curve in general, and then win the game that way. So I don't want to play Ironheart in the middle here, since this is an on reveal card that gives 3 other creatures +2 power. I think that I would like to this turn go Squirrel Girl here. Squirrel Girl here, Ironheart here, Blue Marvel next turn, and then go Khazar, Nightcrawler, and then maybe another 1-drop next turn. And then do I want the cards you play get revealed or get if you have two like on reveal triggers, so this is an on reveal trigger, this is an on reveal trigger, they get revealed in the order you play them. So I think I want Ironheart to reveal before Squirrel Girl, so I can buff specifically these three creatures, and then Squirrel Girl gets revealed, and I get all these 1/1s over here. And then my opponent's played Carnage, which so Carnage like kills all the other creatures in the location, and then gets extra power. Okay. And then there was a no. I can't remember exactly. I think Nova's ability just gives everything else +1 power when they get carnaged. Okay, so I'm gonna put Blue Marvel here in the Dark Dimension, so my opponent doesn't know that all of my creatures are gonna get that extra 1 power. Okay, and my opponent also has a 1 unrevealed here. Okay, so here I can go. I can either play the Punisher and Captain America, or I can play Khazar and Nightcrawler. Punisher Captain America uses my mana better for sure, but Khazar is going to buff all of my 1 mana creatures, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So Khazar basically represents 8. So Khazar plus Nightcrawler, is 11 because Nightcrawler is also 1 power. Captain America, if I put Punisher here, this is going to be 5, and this is going to be another 5. So I'm counting that this is more to do this. Although, do I want to Khazar in the middle and Nightcrawler on the left? I don't think it matters a ton. Let's do this though. And so, so we're gonna have a reveal at the end, and whoever is winning, and 2 out of these 3 is gonna get the job done. So my opponent played American Chavez to win this other mode. Oh no, my opponent Electring is so bad for me because now my Ant-Man is not gonna be a 5/5. Although I'm still winning in the left and the middle zones, and we've won the match. I really think hiding Blue Marvel here in the Dark Dimension just makes it so hard for your opponent to like calculate where they need to commit. And this is like what I really love about Marvel Snap is how like random the zones are. They keep gameplay like really fresh and engaging, if that makes sense. It's like, I'm a full-time Magic streamer, so it's kind of impossible for me to not like make a lot of comparisons to Magic, but when you're playing a lot of a constructed format, it's like it's hard for you to like not like feel a good degree of repetitiveness, if that makes sense. Oh, my opponent conceded. Okay, cool. Great. So we're advancing the silver ticket. But constructed formats are very similar, where like games progress in the same way over and over and over again. When it comes to locations, that's not the case. There's a lot of variety, which I find to be really fun. It's probably my favorite part about the game. Okay, so we have 1 in the Proving Grounds. So now we're advancing to the Silver Conquest, trying to get our golden ticket. I will see y'all there. Okay, we're going into the second round. If you lose this round, you get knocked back to the first phase. I haven't made it through this round yet, but maybe this will be the first time. Okay, so we drew a card. It's so good to have a Koye on turn 2. A Koye is a 2-mana 2/2 that gives every other deck in your card +1 power. So I'm definitely very excited to play that card next turn. I'm gonna lead on Mantis. I'd like to lead on Mantis. Mantis is kind of a fun card. So 1-mana 2/2, and if there's another creature revealed on the same zone as yours, you get to steal a card from your opponent's deck, which is like I enjoy the randomness. Okay, so Zone 2 is Mojo World. Whoever has more cards here gets 100 power. This is a really good zone for our deck because our deck is trying to put a lot of creatures into play, so this is not too difficult to fill up the board. Although my opponent's also playing Squirrel Girl, so maybe a little bit easier for them to fill up the board too. Either way, I think I'm just going to play a Koye on the middle board. My opponent has Quicksilver. Quicksilver is a very cool card. Can't have this in a paper card game. It's a 1-mana 2/2 that always starts in your opening hand, so you can like just kind of guarantee always having the ability to curve out. Okay, the first card you play here gets +3 power and moves. That's interesting. I mean, let me think. I probably want that to be Kazar. I want to play my Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister getting this extra power from Okoye is pretty good because it's copyable. So now instead of Mr. Sinister being a 2 mana for 2 2/2s, it's 2 mana for 2 3/3s. And so we'll use that to try to fill up Mojo World also. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter a ton which card we first play on Aunt May. But I do think that this game, it's very likely I play Kazar this turn, Blue Marvel next turn, then Captain America and Punisher the following turn. So let's play Kazar on Aunt May, since like this move ability is kind of random, right? So I want to be able to like have this random factor happen now, and then I can figure it out later. Now, on reveal, next turn both players can move cards to this location. So next turn I can move cards here if I want. Interesting. Very interesting. I think I just want to put Blue Marvel here. And I think I want an open slot here so I can go like Punisher plus Captain America on these 2 zones potentially. I think there's a good chance we're like kind of forfeiting the ability to win on Aunt May, especially because they have a 4th card here. Let's see what this morphs into. It morphs into my Mr. Fantastic. And the Sigil's a cool card. It's a 2 mana 3/3, summon another Sentinel to your hand. Okay. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but you can only have 4 cards on any zone, and so you can kind of plan on like, you know, how your opponent's going to interact here. I think this turn's kind of easy, where Captain America and the Punisher effectively are going to give the same amount of power on both boards. So I think we just go Punisher, Captain America, try to win both these boards, and I'm also going to snap. Try to just take this one down, because I think there's a really good chance I win this. And my opponent also thinks there's a good chance I win, and they end up retreating. So them retreating here, see, they only lose a couple, or one of these, I don't know what you call them. Health bar, life points, whatever. But whoever is barred to punish first loses. So we take a small lead at the beginning here. Okay, Murder World. After turn 3, destroy all cards here. So I think that, so Squirrel Girl puts, I guess I never, I'm always a little confused if a squirrel is a card or not. Probably not the best time to live playtest, but another thing too is I'm curving really well. I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, so I kind of want to use all my mana every turn. So we could do some testing. If my Murder World squirrel dies, then, you know, so be it. I think, especially with Okoye, like, you really want to use your mana because every card you draw gets better because it has +1 power. Okay, Morak. This is a really fun world. You can't play your first card here each turn, so you have to have like a little bit of strategy of like either double spelling or trying to use Nightcrawler to teleport onto that world. Hopefully this 3rd world isn't so bad. Sometimes they have negative effects, right? After you play a card here, fill this location with copies of it. So it's honestly really good that my opponent also has 2 creatures here, because if they didn't, it would be kind of devastating right now. That being said, I think I have to just like play Ironheart there, because like I'm obviously not playing. Well, I could play Ironheart on Murder World actually, and just let it die, because Ironheart puts 2 power on 3 other creatures, so I can't play anything here. I kind of want a Kazar on this mode here to like double Lord, potentially draw Blue Marvel and double Lord here. I think that's probably a little bit overthinking. Oh, they're putting something on Murder World right before everything is gonna die. Cloak. Isn't that just gonna die? Yeah, I think they messed up. Let's like snap. I bet they like shame concede here. Okay, maybe not. I know I would. Alright, let's just Khazar Murder World. I don't know. I sometimes I think I've got a pretty good sense of like when your opponents are tilting. I don't know. I've definitely made the same mistake on Murder World too, just like putting my card there. Or maybe they were just like very trying to. Oh no! Oh wow! Hold on. No, they made a great play. They made an amazing play. And I didn't even see it till just now. This is just like magic, where I'm like rambling and I'm losing. But they played that last card here so that this turn they could move things off of Mr. Sinister World and then get 4 copies. Although, I mean, I'm praising them, but actually they're still losing. They're actually still losing by a pretty big margin. Okay, here let's go Mantis, and then we can just fill up Morak with the Nightcrawler and Mr. Sinister. Nightcrawler gets a little bit bigger because of Khazar, which is nice, and then hopefully we can draw a 1, 2, or 3 mana spell next turn and just double spell on Murder World, fill up the whole board. Okay, their Sinister clones are smaller than mine because I have to make them 3/3s. But the 4 Mr. Fantastics giving them extra 8 power here is pretty tough. Wait, where did this morph come from? Oh, from the Mantis. From Mantis. Become a copy of random card in opponent's hand. I don't think I need that. I think I'm just going to go Punisher, Captain America, fill up the board. I already snapped. And they just put 1 card here on Murder World. I don't know. I have no idea what this card could be for them to win this game. Blue Marvel? Maybe that's it. No, they're a little bit behind in the middle. They're tied. We're tied in Bar Sinister. Okay. So 2-0 in this match. Although one thing that's really cool about this setup is like, if you just like lose one game where like you both snap, it's so hard to come back. Just kind of how you saw in round number 1. Cards here have 5 power. This is where Thorbane is Axe, but I can't remember what the name of the card is, or what. Sorry, I can remember the name. I can't remember how to pronounce it. I think I'll play Mantis here. It's kind of good to have your 1-drops get that extra 5 power. Opponent agrees, but my 1-drop is better than theirs because I get a card from their deck now. And Mr. Sinister is a really good card since this, I've got this card on my deck. Cards here with no abilities have +3 power. So I believe that Mr. Sinister and Squirrel Girl both will get that extra buff. But you basically always play this on turn 2 to make your draws better. This card would be so broken in Magic. 2 mana, 3/3, ETB, get another copy to your deck. Cards cost 1 less. Okay, this is really nice when I got the extra card from Mantis to use that extra mana. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure. Don't put Squirrel Girl in the middle zone because only her tokens get those extra copies. So I think I'll do 1 here, here, and then I have 2 more energy. Captain America here probably looks pretty good, and then I can kind of think on where I want to go the rest of the game, but I should have. It's possible I'm overcommitting. I have 6 energy worth of cards left. I don't know. It's close. I may have more energy and cards than I know what to do with, which in that case it would have been good to wait, if that makes sense. Okay, we're very ahead on the left board, pretty ahead on the middle board, and obviously not behind on the right board. Let's go ahead and just put Blue Marvel in the right zone here. And there's a good chance that I end up not playing anything next turn, and then just waiting until turn 6 to not give them the info on what I'm planning to do. Okay, they also have Blue Marvel. So there's 3 zones left. I have 3 cards. Yeah, let's just end the turn. I don't think there's almost any... I think I have... If I draw exactly Khazar, then I can't go Khazar, Ironheart, Punisher. But if I draw any other card in my deck, I have perfect info on what I'm playing, so... If you look at... I put the deck up here. Yeah, Khazar is my only 4-drop. I've got a pretty low curve. You know, the curve stops at 6 in theory, but I just have 1/5 and a lot of 1s. Trying to flood the board. My opponent's deep in the tank. I think I'm going to mess with their head and snap. Oh, well, maybe I should have done that a bit earlier. Namur, Cloak. Cloak doesn't do anything since the board is so full. And see, now this is exactly like why I waited. And I did draw Khazar, though. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. So this is exactly why I waited, because like they've just now flooded the board. They can only just place something here. They can't do anything else. But now I have perfect info on where I'm sending my team. And I think if I put the Punisher here, I win this board. This is going to be... It gets +1 for each creature on your opponent's team, and then gets +1 from the blue mantle. So this should represent 7 power, which puts me ahead here. And then... I do want to play Khazar so that I can... I guess I need to check. So this is going to be 6, 7, addition here, up to 12, and then this is plus 1 mana. It's 1 mana 6/6 basically. Yeah, so I'm right now ahead in all the boards, in theory. Let's see what this last card is. Oh, Shang-Chi's pretty good. It kills my Captain America, wait, it kills all of them? That's crazy. This kills all creatures, I guess, on your opponent's side with 9 power or greater. That was like the best copy of that card I've ever seen. That being said, I should be ahead on the middle and the right board. I am. Which means we win round 2. Although I think there's 2 phases of round 2. I've gotten here before. I usually do a lot of losing in Marvel Snap. Okay, so we won the first battle, and if we win this one, we get the gold ticket. Fingers crossed. See you there. Bye. Okay, wow. I don't think I've seen this one, Olympia. Each player draws 2 cards. Maybe I have. I don't know. I'm going to lead on Nightcrawler over here. Nightcrawler, I don't think we've cast this card yet. It's a 1 mana 2/2, and once per game you can move it. And my opponent's played Hawkeye, which gets an extra 2 power if you play something here next turn. I've already seen Aunt May's. The first card you play here gets +3 power and moves. With all these extra cards, it could be correct to not play Squirrel Girl. Let's see, I'm going to go next turn 3 into 4 into... Yeah, I need to play Squirrel Girl. My curve is just too awkward to not. Let's just Squirrel Girl here and Olympia. Or, no, I should put it here since there's some cards that, like all the Guardians of the Galaxy, basically, they do something good if your opponent played a card in this zone. Oh, wow, this was great. Cards with no abilities get 3 power. I own that. That worked out pretty well. And over here, Gamma Lab is a very interesting card. At the end, after turn 3, which is this next turn, transform all cards into the Hulk. So let's move Nightcrawler over here, so it'll become a copy of the Hulk. And then let's play Ironheart over here, so we'll get the reveal ability, buffing, hopefully, our squirrels. And then turning this into the Hulk, so we'll almost definitely shore up Gamma Lab. My opponent looks like they're not even that interested in trying. And very good to buff both squirrels here. So... And then one also very cool thing here is we still have the Aunt May thing where we get to like copy and buff. And so like Khazar seems like a great... Oh, sorry, we don't get to copy. It just buffs and then moves. It's actually really bad if Khazar gets moved here to Gamma Lab, I guess, but... I think we still have to do this. We're hoping to see it go left. Awesome. And with seeing it go left, I'm just going to snap. We're so ahead right here. Moon Girl's a really cool card. When it enters, you duplicate your hand, which is exactly what it sounds like. And okay, so we're winning on board on this left side. Although I guess I'm still putting the blue Marvel here. Because I could go 2... I want to do the 2, like, Mr. Fantastic or Punisher Captain America on the left to win that board. Although now that they've Devil Dinosaured. So this is the combo. Moon Girl copies your hand, and then Devil Dinosaur gives you +2 power for each card in your hand. So it's like a 5 mana 17 power card. So this is one we probably just have to abandon this board, but we can go Captain America Punisher here to give us max power here and probably win. Captain America gives all your other cards on this zone +1 power, then Punisher gives you Odin. Okay, so Odin is going to double up like Devil Dinosaur's power, but we still win in the middle and the right. Wow, things are going so well. Let's go, run it back. No 1-drops here. After each turn, cards lose 1 power. Oh, no. It's so tough to Squirrel Girl, because then like you just have like -5 power at the end of the game. I guess we're just gonna play nothing. Cards here can't be destroyed. Well, Wakanda forever. We can try to set up for like we'll just play Squirrel Girl at like the end of the game maybe. Oh, Star-Lord's really good. So Star-Lord gets +3 if your opponent's played a card on the same zone that turn. Cards here are not revealed into the game. So it could be good to Squirrel Girl here so that the squirrel doesn't take damage at the end. Although I think we're just going to Mr. Fantastic in the middle. It's good to do this early where you just kind of like spread your power out across the board. Oh, okay, so there's Scarlet Witching to get rid of Jotunheim and into New York, where on turn 6 you can move cards over there. So we definitely want to Khazar in the Dark Dimension so they can't calculate that my 1-drops are going to get the extra power. Not that I have any 1-drops in play at the moment. Next turn we have 5 mana, so we could go Captain America double 1-drop maybe. Or we could go... Yeah, so Captain America double 1-drop. So probably... On turn 6, you can move cards to this location. I don't know that I'm, you know, again, this is me not the most experienced in the game, but I think because these are face down, I don't think you can move the face down cards. I could be just wrong about that, I guess, but I'm gonna play like this, assuming that I can't play Captain America in the Dark Dimension, have it be face down, and then me not be able to move it over. Oh no. Wait, how does Professor X work with New York? I don't actually know. So Professor X is a really cool card. It locks it down. Cards can't be added, removed, etc. So I guess let's go Punisher, Ironheart, and hope that I think that Ironheart will buff this. But okay, I guess yeah, you can't move. Can't move. Let me snap. Oh wow, they snap too. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think if Ironheart, if I get lucky and buff, I think I can buff either of these power to win the left board, and then I'm likely pretty good on the other, like have a good chance to win both of the other ones. Okay, we're not winning the middle board, but we're ahead on the right board for sure. Oh wait, I forgot we had Khazar. The whole time we had Khazar to buff the Ant-Man. Okay, and then Ironheart did buff the left board, so we win. Wow. This is nuts. This is further than I've gotten. Okay, so we have a gold ticket. Which I've never gotten a gold ticket before. And so if we win 3 here, we get the infinity ticket. Fingers crossed. Okay, after turn 4, whoever's winning here draws 2 cards. Okay, let's... I like leading on Nightcrawler here so we can like get this buff and then teleport later. My opponent with no 1-drop is nice. The first card you play here is destroyed. So let me Ant-Man here on Asgard, and then I can plan for this trigger to be Ironheart. Ironheart will just reveal, get the reveal trigger, and then this will die. After you play a card here, swap it out with a card in your deck. Okay. Interesting. This is bad for me because my curve is so low. This is like a really, really bad card to see. That being said, it does play well with Mr. Sinister because we should get the reveal trigger, get the 2/2, and then get a random card here. Okay. Swordmaster. So this is like a 3-mana 6/6 that ETBs you discard a card from your hand. Alright, so let's put this here to try to win this bonus. And this is going to be like should put me up to 10 power. Well, maybe I'm just not that likely to win on this this board. Lady Sif, oh no, they're an Apocalypse deck. So Apocalypse is, if it gets discarded, it just gets extra power instead. So it looks like they're a deck built around that. And yeah, we're super behind, super behind. I guess I have to Blue Marvel here. I can't play Blue Marvel in Vormir, it dies. If I play Blue Marvel in Quantum Tunnel, you get swapped for something with a lesser mana value. Discard the lowest cost card from your hand. So that's going to get destroyed. I guess that's the only card in their hand. But that's basically going to be like 6 mana. They win one of the non... No, they could win Vormir. Okay. So I think they're going to put Apocalypse over in Vormir because they're so ahead in the Quantum Tunnel. I can also teleport this. So if they put Apocalypse here, I win. And if they put Apocalypse here, I can go like this. Oh, I have to swap the cards of the deck, though. Damn it. So I guess we want the reveal triggers. It's not a reveal trigger that matters. Maybe this does matter. No, not really. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put this here, this here, and then I'm going to snap. I think this may be a little bit too aggressive, but... Like, we win if if they just put this here, which I'm kind of expecting them to. I'm expecting, like, Apocalypse is just a big creature. Well, they put it on Asgard. Huh. I don't know why I didn't think they would do that, but I guess that makes sense. So I need to win on this board, which I did. Cool. So we win game 1. For a pretty big chunk. And we lost a game. I don't think we have, which is kind of crazy. When we were doing the stream, it was not it was not going this well. When you play a card here, add Sentinel to your hand. All right, well, I'll take a Sentinel. 2 mana 3/3. When you play, you get another 2 mana 3/3. Blade. So yeah, Blade is a 1 mana 3/3. Discard a card. And very good for them to discard the Apocalypse, which is growing now. First card played here, destroy it. Let's go here. Always play this on turn 2. Morbus? What does this do? +2 power for each time you discard a card. I haven't seen this one. That card seems great in this deck. Wow. If you play a card here, add a copy to your hand. Okay, so I'm definitely going to want to try to go Blue Marvel into Blue Marvel this game. And then Blue Marvel into Mantis, potentially. No, I think instead, actually, I'm just going to try to draw a 1-drop and let Mantis die here. Very flavorful. Although, I guess it's kind of the same, though, but I could have let Mantis survive. Because of Khazar buffing it, potentially. So I guess if I'm gonna go Marvel here next turn into another Marvel. Maybe I actually want this turn to fill up the board a little bit. So like Mr. Sinister, Sentinel, and maybe just not play Khazar. We have Ant-Man and Nightcrawler still in our deck to draw into. Discard 2 hand cards from your hand. Okay, it's really good with Morbius, huh? Morbin time. Yeah, maybe I also overcommitted here. Although I'm still like a little ahead with like the blue Marvel calculations, so maybe it's okay. I did draw the 1-drop because now I wanted to be able to go second blue Marvel into a 1-drop next turn. Do I snap? Let's snap. So they have 15 points of 16 points of. What does this collector do again? Whenever a card enters your hand from anywhere except your deck +1 power. Okay, so playing second blue Marvel, we're gonna tie on the right board. If I play this blue Marvel here, this is 3, 7. Sorry, 3 plus 8, 8 plus 4, 12. So this puts me ahead on the right board, tied here, ahead here. All right. Okay. Not playing Apocalypse. This is kind of interesting. Guess they wanted to buff the collector. That makes sense because now I'm losing on the left board because they could predict I was playing blue Marvel. And I'm behind on the right board. Dang. That was a good game, though. I don't think that we had a different play that last turn. Obviously, we could maybe sequence things earlier. But the boards are really complicated, which is very fun. Hub is a fun card. Random card. We get Gambit, which is... I don't think I've cast this one before. Discard a card from your hand. Destroy random enemy card. Oh, wow. It's a fun one. Let's just Squirrel Girl on turn 1. Gleeful Demolition. We haven't seen Gambit from my opponent's deck, but seems like it'd be pretty good. Miniaturized Lab on turns 2, 3, and 4. No cards can be added here. We could maybe Nightcrawler on here later, but I'm definitely down to play Mr. Sinister and almost like definitely shore up this board this turn. A little early to snap. Although it's so tempting every single time like your opponent starts tanking. Oh wait. It was me that didn't end the turn. Although I guess also them. Just whenever there's a pause. Oh, they had no 2-drop. That's crazy. That's such a big swing, especially with this card over here. This turn, all cards must be played here. Well, I guess that makes it... Doing a Gambit? Gambit seems fine. Losing Nightcrawler is a little more awkward, but I think that's fine. I think I'm gonna Khazar over here. Be a bit more flexible on which of these like left and rightmost boards I'm gonna fight for, but it seems like I'm doing pretty good overall. I think kind of the same idea here. Let me snap. I think we're ahead enough to snap now. Okay, so their Apocalypse is going to let them win either the left or right board next turn. So I just need to make sure that I'm ahead in both boards. So I think Punisher here is right now +5. So that's 13. Guess we can also put the Mantis here since this board's full. Wait, what? Hold on. Why is this? Oh, I didn't realize you could add cards here on turn 6. It's only 3, 4, and 5, no cards. That being said, we still win the left and the right board. Was that the match? No, my opponent still has a little bit of life. Okay. Alright, Wakanda forever. This is a good curve. 1 into Mr. Sinister and the Ironheart, so you have 3 creatures to give that buff to. Discard Swordmaster. The discard deck looks really cool. I don't have all the cards for it at the moment, but I would definitely want to play it one day. They're collecting. Definitely want to play the extra card here on Mojo World. Give +2 power to cards in players' hands. Okay, that's exciting. So now we've got a pretty good curve of Ironheart into Khazar into Marvel into, you know, multiple spell in turn 6. I think I'll just play Ironheart here. Just get a little bit of a spread. It's cool that Ironheart actually has power. Usually it's a 3-mana 0 power creature that just buffs your other creatures. I also always love buffing Nightcrawler because it gives you a lot more flexibility on where you can, like, send this at the end of the game. I think I'll just put Khazar on this board. Just not give up on it. There's Apocalypse again. Apocalypse, it's always interesting to know that your opponent did draw the Apocalypse. It gives you good info. Our last turn's going to be really, really good if we could draw a 1 or 2 mana spell, quadruple spell, fill up the board. Swarm. When this is discarded from your hand, add 2 copies that cost 0. That card's cool. And we did draw 1. So Squirrel Girl, 1, 2, 3. And then 2 power. Yeah. I think we're gonna win. I don't know how my opponent beats this. Our curve was really, really good. Maybe I miscalculated, but, like, I mean, if they just Apocalypse, like, they even lose the middle board because of the Mojo World's ability. Yeah, they lost all the boards. Okay. Well, win streak continues. Hopefully we can keep it up. Video's pretty exciting so far, which is good. Okay, second match in gold, right? Oh. I never know if I like Central Park in this deck or not, because in theory you're really good at buffing the board, but also, like, you're really good at curving out and, like, filling up the board anyway, so it's kind of like you just have 3 less spots to work with, so I don't know. It's okay, at least. Cards, you can't play cards here after turn 4. Okay, so let's just try to... Yeah, Mr. Sinister, another awkward card here, filling up the board a lot, but I can go, like, Sinister into America. It will be okay, we'll think about it some more. But it's nice to have, like, just, like, a good 1-slot card here. Can't play here after turn 4. Turns 3, 4, and 5. No cards can be added. Okay, well... I kind of want to go... like this, actually. Get the extra power from Okoya. Uh-oh. Oh, no, that's so bad for me. Them getting a 3-mana blue marvel is on a board with all these squirrels. It's like maybe a turn too early to retreat, but cards, no cards can be added. Wait, I can't Nightcrawler? Why can't I turn no cards can be added? I would think I thought that the Nightcrawler's teleport got around that restriction, but I guess not. I think I just have to retreat. I'm so behind. I want a 4.3A. After each turn, fight. Destroy the weakest card. Well, okay, I kind of like played Nightcrawler here turn 1, and then maybe my opponent's like, ooh, I'm going to play something here to kill your Nightcrawler on turn 2. But then we just teleport away. After you play a card here, set its base power to 2. So that's going to be good for Ironheart. I think I'm gonna kind of bank on this zone being good. Oh, they also play Nightcrawler here. It's kind of funny. Warrior Falls is actually a really bad zone for me because I have all these little creatures. Ongoing effects here are doubled. Well, so that's good for Khazar. Okay for Mr. Fantastic. Let's just well, I guess I need to play another creature before I play Ironheart, huh? I'll play Mr. Fantastic on the middle zone. I know that we could like double that up, but I really want to be able to draw Blue Marvel potentially and double that ability up. Yeah, so we'll play Khazar here. It's good to draw another 1-drop, so the Khazar can lord that. Really want to draw Blue Marvel so I can double up that lord ability of +1/+1. Okay, perfect. So we get to play this here. We should have the right board pretty shored up, and then we can play Ironheart, Mr. Sinister Mantis potentially. We can do all of them if we want. Huh. I think we're pretty good here. So these are 4 power. So I play this here, although I'm gonna lose my squirrel. So this would be 8 power here from the double Blue Marvel. Alright, I may be off about winning this, but I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, so we don't win the middle board. Oh, I should have sequenced so that Ironheart had a higher chance to buff the middle. I think we got it. Honestly, kind of weird that they snapped like this. Although I understand the urge to just non-stop snap. Okay. One more. Highest power gets 3/3. Let's not put the Nightcrawler there. Kind of a bad board for me on the go wide deck, I guess. Get a copy of a card in your opponent's hand. Okay, so we get the Hulk. just a 6 mana 12/12, big green creature. And we also know that this is in your hand. Yeah, we know that they have the Hulk too. After turn 5, move all cards here to random locations. Okay. I think we'll just Mr. Fantastic on the middle here. Notably, this is the Hulk is maybe good to win board 1. Yeah, so I guess we can go Khazar this turn into Captain America, Mantis, Ant-Man into Hulk, potentially. Oh, don't copy Hulk. Okay. Not as good as them copying a 1-drop, but not as bad as them copying the Hulk. Oh, I thought they would play one on Strange Academy. Maybe not. Maybe I am valuing the random movement a bit more than I should. Claw's a cool card. It's a 5-mana 8/8, or not 8/8, a 5-mana 5/5 that gives +6 to the rightmost location. Yeah, so here, just slam the Hulk, right? And if they slam Hulk here, we know they have Hulk, it's a tie. And if they slam Hulk here, we win. See, they have 6 cards. I'm gonna snap though. I think we're gonna win. Maybe getting a little too confident, but it seems really, really difficult for them to shore up all 3 boards here. Okay, so we win the left board, I'm assuming. We lose the middle board, and then we win the right board. Man, we cannot lose. This is awesome. So is that we have one more level in gold, right? Okay, so one more level in gold, and then we get the infinity ticket, which I don't know what this does. I'm kind of hyped though. let's get it. Okay, last round. Bar Sinister. After you play a card here, fill copy. So we're really hoping that we can fill this with Blue Marvel. Obviously, we don't have Blue Marvel in our hand yet. Also weird that we don't have a 1-drop in general, but it's kind of fine. I kind of happy we don't have Squirrel Girl when Bar Sinister gets revealed, at least. After turn 4, destroy all cards here controlled by the losing player. So I kind of feel like I'm pretty likely to be the losing player here because my opponent is going to commit another card here because of Hawkeye. So maybe we don't try to commit very hard here now, and we just try to maybe short up after turn 4, or just like not try to win the middle board. On turn 5, cards cost 1 more. Huh. Okay, I know what I just said. I'm gonna try to do a fun play where I go 1-drop in the middle, and then I play Khazar on this board. Oh, they're doing something very similar. Although maybe I could just... Okay, so if I play Khazar here, this is going to lord all of these to 12 total power, which is not enough to win. But I guess I'll just Nightcrawler off. That's okay. I can just lose Ant-Man. And it's also nice I'm like very ahead on this board too. So now I'm winning on the left and the right, losing in the middle. Could like basically never win the middle with all those Mr. Fantastics. So my Squirrel Girl is a 1-mana 6/6. I think I'm basically always going to play Captain America here, though. We'll see if we draw anything better than... Like, so the Punisher is maybe not a full 6/6. Okay. It's kind of a perfect draw. Let's snap. One man 8/8 basically. Wow, that was a kind of surprisingly weak turn from them. Okay. Good start. I was really not expecting to make this deep a run in the video, but I'm very excited that I did. Cards cost 1 less. Okay, not really any point in playing my zeros yet. You can just hold our zeros like until we need to play them. It's gonna make things weird though. I think in general, because my curve is so low, this is kind of an awkward card for me. I've run into it a few times, and I just like my hand just gets empty, and I have nothing to do. Wow, my opponent has had the opposite philosophy as me. I said there's no reason to play my zeros. My opponent says, let's play my zeros. Let's go. The first to fill out this card gets a 0 mana 6 coster. And so this is kind of like exactly why you don't want to play your zeros. Because now something like this could happen, and boom, I fill up the raft, and I get a 0 mana 6 drop. Snap. Giganto, you can only play this card at the left location. That's so funny. My opponent spent so many resources here to get 12 power. Now I just have a 0 mana 14 power creature to win this board. After turn 3, ruin a random location. Okay. So this is turn 3. I think I'm just waiting. Even if they ruin this, like there's only 5 more slots for me, and this is like 5 mana for 3 slots. I'm just gonna chill. Although I guess I didn't need to play the Giganto either, huh? We're also like now losing the middle zone pretty hard. Although I can move my Nightcrawler away. I move my Nightcrawler, replace this. I don't know that really makes a lot of sense. I think it makes probably more sense for me to just commit a lot on this side. Okay, did I snap? I did snap already. I couldn't remember. Oh no, Iron Man doubling the power there is gonna be so tough to beat. Oh no. Okay, so if I teleport here, well, maybe I teleport here. I don't know. I've got a chance to win. Okay, it depends on how my Ironheart does. Oh no. Yeah, I needed Ironheart to get 2 buffs in the middle zone, which is obviously not that likely. But I got them all in the right zone instead. Ugh. I'd be kind of heartbroken if I lose this deep. I probably like misplayed pretty hard by snapping so aggressively. After you play a 3 or 4 cost card, move it here. Okay. Sometimes you just want to like fill up this board with your small creatures, so you don't have to abide by this rule. Other than your small cost creatures get stomped by the high cost ones. Oh wow, that's fun. Iron Man is a 5 mana 0/0 that doubles all the power on your board. Add a random 3 cost card to each player's hand. Remove ability from ongoing cards in your hand and deck. Which is a nombo with Iron Man, huh? It's a bit of weird. Already a weird game. Oh, am I supposed to I usually play this first? I don't know. My hand is so full though. Probably not casting this. Oh no, this is a disaster card. On turn 5, cards cost 1 more, which means that I can't play both Iron Man and Blue Marvel this game. Does this stop my own in your hand and deck? I don't know what that's supposed to combo with. It seems kind of like a bad one. Alright, let's just play Ironheart, see like where the random buffs go so we can better sequence going forward. Been a tough game. We can always retreat and still like be in this game though. Oh no, I forgot about the Asteroid M move. That's so bad for me. They played 2 cards when the Dream Dimension was going. That's kind of unusual. So next turn I'm going to play Blue Marvel plus Squirrel Girl, I think. Do I ever Iron Man Squirrel Girl? So Iron Man Squirrel Girl. This is 2 power, so I can go 11 power here. They're also like really incentivized to play something here because of Hawkeye. So if I scroll, maybe I scroll girl here. So this is going to be 6 total power. It's just kind of low. If I do like this, then this is 10 power here plus 8, 9, 10, 11. 11? Yeah, this is definitely the line. Maybe I shouldn't have snapped, though. Yeah, no, I think I punted. Wait, how am I alive? I thought I was snapping all my life points, but I'm happy to be alive, I guess. Can't mess up too much more. Can't play cards here after turn 4. Alright, let's just Mantis. Okay, good exchange. We get a card from their deck. Oh, Hawkeye's a pretty good card to get too. After turn 3, add a rock to each losing player's side. So let's commit here. And then probably go Captain America here turn 3. I need to not snap. Maybe I got kind of cocky from this win streak, but draw a card. Okay, we'll draw a card. Could be good to do this. This way I get the buff on Ant-Man too. I really want to give my opponent a rock on this side. Okay, then they're just like abandoning this zone too. This was turn 3. You can't play cards here after turn 4, so let's fill this board up. Then we get to go Blue Marvel and to hopefully double spell on turn 6, but I could also Nightcrawler over here if I'm just like super ahead on this side, which I might be because of the Blue Marvel. Or I guess if I'm really behind, it's also maybe good to pivot over, because they have 14 power, which means Blue Marvel will give me the advantage on the left side here. Khazar is also really nice. Alright, let's play Blue Marvel for mana efficiency. And then it would be really cool to draw a like 1 or 2 drop, and I could just go Khazar 1 or 2 drop and not worry about it too much. I think I'm gonna snap. Feeling pretty ahead. It's always so good, like in the like first few turns when you have one of the boards full, when you both have like the boards full but you're ahead. Obviously my opponent could play another like their own buff spell, but okay, so Khazar is really good here. It buffs my Ant-Man, my Hawkeye, 3 Squirrels, Nightcrawler, and Mantis. Going Ironheart Punisher fills up the board for me and uses my mana really well. But I'll do it. It's also a 5/5 by itself. Okay, with them just putting a card there. Oh, Spectrum is really good. Yeah, we would have lost this board if we didn't play Khazar. Okay, cool. They didn't snap back though, right? Okay, they didn't. So they're ahead by 2 life points, but anyone's game. Venom? I don't think I've seen Venom. Destroy all other cards at this location. Add their power to this card. Oh, all your other cards. Okay. I don't know if I like that. Kind of depends on like what else gets revealed. Alright, kind of easy. Sinister here, try to win this one. Kind of hope my opponent fights me on the Eternity ranges this time. I know they didn't last time. Also, am I supposed to always... I guess not always snap, because I may be able to retreat to win. I have to play a card here, add a copy, so we can get double Blue Marvel this turn, which is always nice. And so we can go we can go Khazar into Blue Marvel Squirrel Girl, which should fill up the board, right? Okay, so they get a rock, which is good for me. Just like they can't fill up as well. Huh, how does Ant-Man change things? Maybe I end up playing that instead, but I don't think it's really going to change too much. So I'm going to want to play Khazar. Here? I think here. It's kind of close. They have their own Khazar, which actually makes their rock a 1/1 instead of a 0/0. So next turn, if I go Blue Marvel Squirrel Girl, I'll have 2 total non-use spots. So I wonder if it's ever better to go... I mean, I'm not going to play Venom this game. There's no way. But I could fill up the board. Oh, this is so tough. So I could do something like this. Just fill up the board. Which I kind of like the look of this, especially with the Blue Marvel already in play as a Lord. I would have, this is a 4-4 plus a 3-3, 7, 10. It's another 4-4, 14. So I'm gonna head here, head here, head here. Oh, I can't snap because I don't have enough to wager, I see. They're Khazaring again, plus Hawkeye. I think I'm tying them on the rightmost board. Is that right? Only 18 on the leftmost board. Oh, I thought I was at 14 on the right. Maybe I counted this as a 1-drop that gets buffed by Khazar. Dang. No. So I think where that means we're back to the beginning. Yeah, so close. It's kind of a heartbreaker. I feel like I messed the last game up. But that was Snap Conquest. Very, very fun game mode. Can definitely spend a lot of time on it. I really like this game. I recommend it. I love doing sponsorships for games that I love. Thank you, Marvel Snap. There's a link to download in the description below. Thank you. Goodbye.